Inspired by my YouTube rabbit hole the other day to find some of those old Dream League videos. We're going to upload these to YouTube. Let them live forever. Regrets to be determined. Bobby, number one in points. We'll go down like top to bottom just in terms of points. So this first video will be the first couple of guys. Bobby's by a big margin, 20-something points, tops in the league in points. He lost to me just by putting up comfortably the number 2 points in the league in week 2. He's just had 2 really big weeks and a third very solid week. I mean, just looking at like his bench is where you kind of just see how good this team is. It's very possible Deontay Johnson, Amari Cooper, Rashad Penny, and Garrett Wilson, in addition to Trevor Lawrence, will all be on the bench this week, and rightfully so, based on the starting lineup. So, very deep, very good starting lineup. Only 2-1, but just a force in the league right now. Defending champ too. Looking for the back-to-back. Pete and Scott. This team is just ready to put the doubters aside, I gotta say. The average Dream League score for the first 3 weeks is 87 points. They've got 98, 104, and 114, and they're only 2-1 because they got a little unlucky in one of the weeks. Let's see what else we got here. Most people would have benched Devontae Smith, I think, last week for Cortland Sutton, but Philly fan's gonna Philly fan, and I gotta tell you, worked out pretty damn well for them because Devonta Smith had his blow-up game, and he's looking like he's gonna be a fixture in that starting lineup. Another, looking at Josh Allen, Henry, Gibson, Waddle, Smith. Pitts has been a letdown, but still easily the third tight end overall to have right now. Gabe Davis, not super deep, but nice to have Cortland Sutton on the bench where you can be a little flexible there in terms of your flex position. Let's move on to Jay, number 3 in the league in points. Very impressive looking team right now. He had a 4-point loss in week 1. Hasn't scored less than 97 in any week. So, I mean, again, average Dream League score 87. Dream League, the analytics scores are frothing at Jay's team, being 1 and 2, and any kind of future value you can get, because really his team should be, 2.5 and 0.5 or whatever you want to say. You want to argue 3-0, fine, but easily should be 2-1. Just happen to run into some of the top weeks. Continuing his generally unlucky streak here in the Dream League, but this is definitely one of the top 3 teams in the league right now. We got my team. I'm 3-0, but I mean, Lamar straight up carried my team. I don't know what the record for 57-point scoring teams in the Dream League is, but I've got to think it's under 10%. I won in week 1 despite scoring 57. My guys found a way. That's what I'll say. Week 2, I really blew up and kind of got my average points up a bit. But I really like my depth. But CMC hasn't been great. He's been okay. DJ Moore, total bust. Major hits on Tyreek, and Drake London's finally going to find his way into the starting lineup. So, I'm in there. I'm a player. Flynn, I'm very mad at myself that he got Njoku. I just didn't even see him somehow. I'm usually a total nerd with browsing the free agent wire and the waivers, but I totally missed Njoku, and I think I would have bid more than the 7 or whatever he bid here. Now he's got Andrews, so you would think I don't need him, but Njoku's based on his performance in week 3, he could be a flex possibility for Flynn. He could, if he's getting 8 to 10 targets a week, he's going to be a top 5 tight end, and he can either be insurance for Andrews. Not that anyone's really insurance for him, but it'll be a nice replacement for him. He could be a potential flex. It's nice to be able to block anyone else from getting Njoku, because I certainly would love to have Njoku on my team. So a little mad at myself, but Flynn, nice little pickup there. And then number 6, we got the Galacticos Football Club here. So Sino's team, he's going to really miss Amon-Ra, as pretty much any team would. That's a big, losing him for the week is big. Jefferson's been quiet, but, Sino's 2-1. Hasn't let the new dad thing affect his team here. I don't love the onesie positions here, the QB tight end. It's got to be one of the worst in the league. Looking at Rodgers, Hawkinson's been, honestly, tight end's a complete wasteland. It's like Andrews, stud, Kelsey, very good, Pitts, nice to have. After that, it's been not good. So, you got the number 1 running back, Nick Chubb, probably 2 of the top 5 or 6 wide receivers going forward in Jefferson and Amon-Ra. And then how can you not like Chris Olave? That's another guy who's just starting to really, pick it up. And he's going to miss Winston being out this week. Their skill sets kind of align where Olave loves the deep ball and Winston loves just chucking it. But I like the team. It's a step down from the top teams, but it's right in that second tier with like me, Flynn, and Mark. I think that's the second tier. All right. Bottom 6 to come, TBD.